Hello. If you are still using 1, 2, 3, 4 for your main skills, then this video is for you. If your arena partner is still using 1, 2, 3, 4 for his main skills, then send this video to him. This guide is addressed to all classes. It tries to uncover the logic behind good keybinds. Keybinds are very important for any gamer. If you take the time and you set up your keybinds properly, your skill level will definitely increase. Not only the pros, not only the ones that play day and night can get high arena ratings. With smart keybinds and a little bit of strategy, so can you. Considering only keybinds and leaving out the strategy, what sets a casual player apart from a really high-rated player is that the high-rated player can accurately and consistently hit all his skills and macros in the nick of time. How can you improve your reaction time? Well, it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. Preparation is required and willingness to try and improve. Most likely you are used to certain key binding setups and you are finding it hard to modify them. That's because of muscle memory. You remember skills on certain positions and when you change them you end up using the wrong skill, at least for a while. Most players will try a new keybind setup and because of their muscle memory they will find it hard to adapt to. And even though it may be a better setup in a long run, they give up on it before learning it. Don't make the same mistake. Willingness to change and improve is what sets players apart. When keyboard manufacturers created keyboards, they intended that your hands should stay kinda like this on a classical QWERTY keyboard. Place your fingers on the keyboard like you see in the image. Notice the two small bumps on the F and J keys. Those are for your index fingers. Let's try and figure out, first of all, which type of movement keys are better for you, WASD or ESDF. Everybody knows about WASD. You're probably using WASD right now. ESDF is just like WASD, you just slide your hand one key to the right. The greatest advantage of using ESDF as moving keys is that you gain 3 extra fast to use keys in the form of QAZ accessible with your pinky finger. Wait, what? You're saying you already are using QAZ? Yes, true. Then think of it as you are gaining TGV. Then, either way, you gain 3 extra keys. The disadvantage is that by sliding your hand a bit to the right, accessing Alt with your thumb becomes harder. Also, the same finger that you are using for QAZ, you are also using for Shift, and thus key combinations become a bit more challenging. For faster reaction time on more keys, ESDF is better. For more key combinations, WASD is better. Another factor to consider is the size of your hands. Usually larger persons will have larger hands and will feel more comfortable on ESDF. Many players feel handicapped without having a backpedal key. It's not the end of the world if you use backpedaling, but it's definitely better not to. You are moving slower when backpedaling. Backpedaling is mostly designed for classes that can tank. It is important for any ranged not to backpedal. A ranged should move away from his enemy with the strafing keys. Hunters should always kite melees by strafing left or right. Strafe while keeping your target to the side of the screen to make sure auto attacks go off. You should also strafe, jump, turn mid-air to face enemy, use a shot, turn back, land, strafe some more. Repeat this until enemy is dead. Healers should never backpedal. When you wish to go backwards, turn your camera and strafe. Healers should use strafing to maximize the use of pillar and avoid CCs or kite an enemy. All healers have something that gives them speed bonuses or immunities to speed reductions. Enemy gets slowed, you kite around pillar. Let's take a quick look on how skills should be keybinded. Most classes in WoW have their abilities divided into three major categories based on the frequency of use and importance. The first category usually consists of around 4 or 5 skills which are under the 10 seconds cooldown mark and which are part of the main DPS or healing rotation. For example, Bloodthirst, Slam, Crusader Strike, Icy Touch, Life Bloom, Penance, and so on. These skills need to be closest to your moving keys. When I play on my druid, I use R for rejuvenation, W for healing touch, and G for cyclone, space for life bloom. Yes, space. Space is a really good spammable key to use and not enough people actually use it. Why waste it on jumping when jumping is not needed that much? I use space to spam Bloodthirst on my warrior, Penance on my priest, Cobra Shot on the hunter. I use mouse button free for jumping. The next category of skills on our list are those with a higher than 10 seconds cooldown. These usually include dots or hot effects on enemy target, such as Serpent Sting from Hunters. Also, various stuns are included here. The last set of skills are those that are on a 1 to 5 minute cooldown. They should be furthest away from your main moving keys, but still accessible. Don't order your keys solely on their displayed cooldown. Order them also on the frequency of use and importance. For example, how many paladins have you seen dying in the arena because they weren't fast enough to make use of their bubble? The bubble is on a 5-minute cooldown, so retries usually place it further away to make room for other skills. But sometimes when the nuke comes, they don't activate it in time. Useful keybinds you should consider are space, shift space, backpedal key, shift plus backpedal key, shift and mouse wheel up or down. Of course, you can replace shift with control, whichever is best for you. Mouse buttons are also useful, but don't overdo it with the buttons. A mouse with 2 extra buttons to the side and 1 on top is a perfect mouse. On my mouse I've configured the fast double click button that I have on top to simulate a key press, and on that key I have an ability. Why not have a billion extra buttons to the side? Because the mouse is for turning. How many pro BlizzCon competitors have you seen using a mouse with a million buttons to the side? You need your thumb on the side of the mouse to provide accurate mouse turning and moving. Each time you press a button on the side of your mouse, you lose some of that turning accuracy. 2 buttons on a side plus a couple more on the top are ideal for binding some extra keys while still maintaining turning accuracy. Then, if you are a class that can switch action bar, as in a warrior, druid or rogue, you should have similar skills binded to same keys, like charge, intercept, intervene. Another thing to consider are keyboard macros. I don't use them much, but I had a gladiator friend, a holy paladin, who found some use in them. With keyboard macros, you use a keyboard software to bind one key to several others. What I mean is, let's say you press number 5 on your keyboard and a software simulates that you are pressing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at the same time. This means you can put lots of skills on one keybind. This is good for if you have two skills and you are in a situation where no matter which one of the two you use, you will get a desired effect. Overall, I don't recommend using keyboard macros. Use them only if you can't reach enough of your keys, or well, use them if you are a really high level pro and you really know what you're doing. In conclusion, the frequency of skill usage determines how close it should be binded to your moving keys. Gain 2 more keys by rebinding space and backpedal. Get 3 more keys by going ESDF. Use both Shift and Alt key combinations if you're playing WASD. I hope you found this guide useful. Hit the link below this video to show your support and give me a thumbs up on Facebook. Thanks for watching.